boys suck.
How to understand men. Ever heard the saying men are from Mars and women are from Venus? Even if you haven't, you might be feeling like you and the guys you know are on completely different planets.
Have single black women having children, having child after child, but no one wants to say anything as she screams, "I don't need a man," while she teaches your daughters these same values and raise your sons to be gangbangers and
Not understanding your partner, in particular, can be exhausting, and it can lead to a lot of emotional turmoil, too.
The only problem with seeking advice from guy friends and stuff like that, they be like oversimplifying the situation. I told my friend that I'm sad, I don't want to do this, I don't want to do that. He said, okay, but you gotta do it. Put your feelings to the side. If it was that easy.
While every man is different, there are a few things you can keep in mind as you strive to understand the men in your life and strengthen your relationships.
If you keep accusing a man of something he ain't doing,
he gonna do it.
And you're gonna be mad at him anyway, then he
gonna
just gonna give you something to be mad about.
Yeah.
If you don't think that's how we are, you don't understand men.
Men will sometimes convert more feminine emotions into anger or rage. In reality, he may be feeling sad, vulnerable, or even embarrassed, but he doesn't know how to say it. If you notice that he's always angry, try asking about his stress levels or how he's feeling.
Be honest, who do you call when you were at your lowest?
Nobody. I'm a man. Not a single soul. Nobody.
No one. No one cares.
Nobody. I'm a guy. Nobody gives a shit.
Well, to be honest, nobody really gives a fuck when you're a guy.
If I'm being completely honest, no one.
Cole? Who am I call? Ghostbusters? I'm a man.
No one. Not a single fucking person.
It feels like you feel. So we don't do it.
No one.
We can call somebody? I just thought nobody gave a fuck because I was a man.
Anger is the one emotion that is socially acceptable for men to feel. Men often feel like if they express anything else, they'll be seen as girly or not manly enough.
Before you date him, understand that he's damaged. He spends most of his time making sure that you are okay without thinking of himself. He has nobody to talk to, or at least he feels like he doesn't.
Most men don't mask their emotions on purpose, rather, they've learned to do it through societal pressures and expectations. Level 2 compliment and you're expecting a 10, it will never be a 10.
My husband gave me this tiny piece of crap engagement ring years ago. It's time to upgrade.
Oh my god. How ungrateful of you to take a video and shit on the engagement ring your husband got for you when you first got engaged. That could have been the only thing he could afford at that time, and he probably spent a lot of time and energy to pick out the perfect ring for you. And you decide to call it a piece of shit.
It will just go back to zero. However, if you nurture it, and say something like, "Thank you so much for saying that," they'll feel good about it and will be more inclined to try it again.
Some of y'all men do the most for these women. And they so fucking ungrateful.
Most men haven't had the chance to work through their feelings. He may find it easier to write down his thoughts and feelings and show them to you or send them in a text. If he has a super tough time identifying his emotions, a mental health professional can be helpful.
Have you ever been with your boyfriend or the guy you're talking to just hanging out, and you feel like they're not as excited to see you as you are to see them? This is because they think differently than we do.
Mindfulness practices, like meditation and yoga, can help him work through his emotions in a healthy way. You could try doing these activities together so he doesn't feel alone.
I don't think you understand how little validation men get.
There was a study that was done, and 72% of men stated that they wanted their partners to acknowledge and state the times that they did do something good. The amount of times it hurts a man when you say, "Thanks for doing that, but you forgot to do this," or "You did it wrong," or "It's fine, let me just redo it." Not only does it crush them, but it also makes them feel like they can't do anything right.
If you two are struggling to communicate about your emotions, try holding a weekly check-in where you talk about any issues in the relationship. This also means that he might need more time to process his emotions. If he says he needs space or to give him time, you should respect his wishes.
Ladies, you understand, men take longer to process shit than you do. Literally, scientifically.
The part of the brain that is used to feel and comprehend emotions will actually shut down during stress for a man. That's why a lot of the times the things that trigger us as a man, we won't even recognize until we're home alone. We're chilling with our friends, we're at the gym, we're in the man cave, the next thing you know, we're just like, damn, you know what, that didn't feel good. I didn't like when she did that.
Negative emotions, like sadness, anger, and pain, can be hard to process. Some men will withdraw from their friends and family members instead of talking about what they're feeling. If you notice this, you can try to talk with him about what's going on, but he may need some time to work through everything on his own.
Be honest, who do you call when you were at your lowest?
You know, I thought I was a lucky one because I had someone to call, but they never picked up. They got to the point where I called suicide hotline, and they told me it wasn't a concerning case, and then hung up the phone.
This could look like him taking longer hours at work, drinking more alcohol, spending more time away from home, or behaving recklessly. The best thing to do is to let him know that you're here to talk whenever he's ready. If you try to force him to open up to you, he could withdraw even further.
Something I want the women to understand about men. Yes, as women in society, we are told that we have to look a certain way and we have to be beautiful. And if not, we're judged. Our men have their own insecurities as well. Insecurities that I don't think we talk about as often. They fear that they're not going to be a good husband, a good boyfriend, a good father, a good business owner, a good provider.
This is especially common after an emotional ordeal, like the loss of a loved one. You might see men get excited about sports or video games. This is because society has told men that getting happy and giddy about baseball or basketball is okay. You might even see him hug his friends or give them high fives, when normally he's more reserved. This is all normal.
No, don't! Why?
Because this is all you do.
It's all I have!
It's great for men to have an outlet to express their feelings, especially positive ones. You should try to encourage him to be excited and happy whenever he can be. If you want to join in, you should try watching his sports team play their rival or learn how to play a two-player video game together. You may have to offer to help before they ask. This includes doing chores, looking for lost items, or even scheduling doctor appointments. If you notice that he's struggling, try offering assistance if you can.
I know that you want him to do something for you because he wants to do it, not because you told him to do it, but he doesn't think this way. A good man that cares for you will do the thing that makes you happy because he wants you to be happy, not because it makes him happy. I mean, isn't this more meaningful anyways?
Try saying something like, "Hey, do you need help looking for your keys? I think I saw them on the table yesterday." Or, "Did you get a chance to call your doctor? I can find the phone number for you if you need it."
I'm starting to realize how long some men will go without doing self-care just because it's not in their nature.
It's because we're raised to think that way. By our parents, by society. We're taught over and over again that our feelings do not matter. All that matters is what we can do.
Men may also find it hard to accept your help, even if they really need it. You can continue to offer your assistance gently but firmly so they know that you are here if you need them. Since this is expected from a lot of men, he might think you expect it, too. This can be frustrating when you're just trying to vent about a bad day or an annoying coworker, so you should be clear and tell him exactly what you want before you start talking.
I don't want this one. I don't want. Send another one, please. I promise I'm not being ungrateful. I promise.
For example, you could say, "I'm gonna tell you a story now, but I don't need advice. I just need to talk it through with someone." Trying to solve everyone's problems can be exhausting, so it's not good for him, either.
I always have to remind you to do this. You always forget. I understand that you're just trying to tell them how you feel about it, but the way that you word it makes them feel like you're disappointed in them. So I would just say be conscious of what you're saying to your partner when you're upset with them, because yeah, they may make a mistake, they may not have done it the way that you wanted it. But is that more important, or how you talk to your partner more important.
This is a myth that has roots in toxic masculinity. Of course, every man is different, but you shouldn't assume that all the men you know are constantly trying to sleep with you, like remembering special occasions, tracking family needs, and making shopping lists. This is a great way to avoid resentment in the future.
If your man forgets something that is important to you, it does not mean that he doesn't love you.
Every woman is somebody's daughter, possibly somebody's sister, and possibly somebody's mother. And the complete lack of awareness that many women display for how a man operates, how a man thinks, how he processes the world around him, how he processes his emotions, it's concerning to me. And it's concerning because these same women, you're raising children. You're surrounded by men on a daily basis. And if you're a mother, then if you don't understand how a man's emotions work and how he processes the world, then what are you teaching your sons?